Hi, everyone. Well, let me take this opportunity and introduce you guys. I'm sure I've been getting a lot of WhatsApps, calls, people asking, do you have another book and so forth. So the good news is my new book called Marriage Turning Point is coming out on the 30th of this month, 30th of November 2018. I'll be launching that one. But I just want to give you a quick synopsis and recap of the books that I have. But before we go to the books, there is a magazine, Marriage Affairs magazine, that comes out every 2 months. This is actually the latest one before the one that will be coming out also on the 30th of November. So make sure that you get yourself a copy of that. And there's lots of them. I think we're sitting now at issue number 13. So you can still be able to buy all the issues from issue 1 up until the latest issue, because the stuff that we talk about there is stuff that doesn't expire. Some of the things might expire, but anything pertaining to relationships, it doesn't really have an expiry date to it. Now, in terms of the books, there's about 10 books that I have. And the 11th one, like I said, Marriage Turning Point, is the one that is coming out on the 30th. I'm going to just give you my best sellers so far. And I'll just tell you what each book is all about. So there's this one. I'm starting with this one because it's close to my heart. It's called Doing Her Right. This is a book for men who, need to know and learn how to treat their partners. And I know that most men don't like to read. So my sister, you can buy it and make sure that you sit there with him, encourage him to read, or you can even read for him, while you guys are sitting cuddling there. All right, so that is the first one. And then there's this one. Most men have an issue with it. Husband Management 101. They always ask, why are we supposed to be managed? Where is a book to manage women? And well, that's what it is. So ladies, if your husband or your partner is drinking, abusive, lying, and all those kind of things, that's what we are addressing on that book, on how to cope, not to manage, but how to cope with a man who does all those things. And this one, you will never go wrong with it. It's called Who's Speaking to My Partner. So basically what I'm saying in that book is that if you don't speak to your partner, somebody else will speak to them. So it's a communications book that will help you on how to communicate better, to understand cultural barriers and other barriers that would be in your communication, how to overcome those, and how to make sure that, you communicate better as a couple. And this, believe it or not, is the best seller. I don't know why. It actually concerns me. Happily ever after betrayal. Funny enough, when I have events, people never buy this one directly. They would buy it with something else. But you can see that they want this book, but they would spice it up with something else. Others will just look at it and leave, and then afterwards they will send me and my office some number, and they will be requesting for this book, and we courier a lot of this one. I'm not sure why people are ashamed to get it publicly. This is the latest one, before the one that will be coming. As you can see, yes, what you have over there, it is a red G-string. Yeah, sexless or sexful life. How to keep the bedroom spark burning. Well, the truth of the matter is that at some point in your marriage, in your relationship, the sexual spark dies. And one of the biggest things I talk about in that book is what I call familiarity. The more you are so familiar with your partner, is the more you start taking the sex part, for granted. So how do you overcome that? And even if you've been together for 10 years, married for 20, you can still have that spark, the right spark in your bedroom. Okay? And then, one in every 3 families, they are affected by this. Blended family. Now, I'm educating here mainly about how to bring a family together that is diverse, that comes from a family, a partner with kids outside of your marriage, from your past. Most of us, we've got past, we've got previous lives. And in those previous lives, we've got kids, we've got all these sorts of things. So in that book, we're looking at how now you come with your child and your partner comes with their child, or kids for that matter, and you have your own kids, how to build a family unity that will be able to be a home for everyone, taking into account the fact that there are baby mamas, baby daddies, and step kids from the other side as well, because your previous partner might have married and moved on. So what happens in that case? And the other one is this one right here. It says, when your partner says it's over, God takes over. The focus there is the fact that divorce is not the end. Most people, they feel that they've been handed down a life sentence when they go through a divorce, but there is life after divorce. So those are my books, actually the bestsellers. There's another one called Women We Must Never, talks about the biblical principle on how to respect a husband. Just like the Doing Her Right one is from a biblical principle of loving your wife and your partner unconditionally as Christ loves the church. Okay, so those are the books and the magazine, and I'm looking forward to be showcasing the new book that will be coming out. I should be starting to trend that on my page in the next week or so that you can see what I'm talking about. Real life stories. I've got about 12 couples on that book sharing on how they overcome challenges in their marriage. Now, the last thing that I just want to touch on, I know it's a bit of a mix. I was talking about the books, but, judging from the few counseling sessions that I've had this week, that's what I normally do. I talk about the real stuff that I deal with so that I can be able to help even other people that are not in my close proximity. So I've been bothered by the number of people that have been coming through with the issues, and it's been seeming like, this week was just a week of people that are not married. And I normally say that when people come and they're not married, as much as I do marriage counseling, I also obviously do the relationship counseling, but I always feel it's much easier to deal with people that are not married, because people who are married, my job is to make sure that they stay married. But people that are not married and there's a lot of nonsense that is happening in that relationship, it's easy for me just to say, you know what, walk, leave, this relationship is not good. I'll give examples of cases where I would just say something like that and not even feel bad about it. Number one, people who would say, we've been dating for 9 months and my partner has cheated on me 9 times. I caught my partner 9 times in 9 months. That's one affair. And I'm talking about different people. One affair per month, if we were to narrow it down to that. I'm talking about a case where somebody will say, we've been dating for 3 years and this person is beating me up. We are dating for whatever number of years or months, and this person has habits of disappearing on me for weeks. They can't be found, the phone is off, and kukhona mahim rumors that they have been seen there and there and there. Okay, and all these other things that would happen. Now, the question is, if you are looking at those things, experiencing them without having anything binding you into this relationship, the question is, what holds you not to move? Because my belief is, if a person is behaving in a certain way. If I beat you now, trust me, when we are married, I'm going to moor you. It's not going to be beating anymore. So it always gets worse. It doesn't get better, especially if you find yourself sitting with me in a counseling room and you are the one who initiated it, meaning that your partner doesn't see anything wrong with what they are doing, and the likelihood of them changing their behavior is very minimal. So it would be a different case if your partner was coming to me saying that, Pastor X, I've got a problem. I've got a drinking problem. I've got a problem of misusing money. I've got a problem of abusing my partner. I've got a problem of having a wandering eye. I've got a problem. Then it's easy to deal with that because this person is willing to do something and change the behavior. Now, if the person, especially within that short space of time, it's two things about it. It's a short space of time if we're talking couple of months dating, and then it's way too long when a person is doing it while you've been dating for a long time, meaning that the person is now more comfortable to a point where they feel they can mistreat you. So the best thing to do is to walk. You need to sing Naile walking away, because there is somebody who will treat you better and not beat you, not take things away from you, not steal from you, not cheat on you, not, cause you a heartache. There's a poster that I put on my status, I think it was yesterday, that says there's 7.9 billion people on earth. Why would you have a headache over one person? If it causes you so much stress, it means it's not worth it. Walk while you can still walk, because other people, they get killed in those relationships while you have seen the signs. And I'm saying this because most of the people that I sit down with doing marital counseling, the issues that they have, about half of the people that I see, the problems that they are having is things that are connected to while they were dating, small things, signs that this person will behave in this manner. So, love yourself enough to walk away. If it means that it was meant to be, I promise you, you'll walk away now, and in due time, they will find themselves, they will discover what they want out of life, out of a relationship. And then if it is you, they will fix themselves without you having to shove it down their throat by bringing them to a counseling session. So I hope just that will challenge you to think thoroughly. This is purely for those that are still dating and exploring. After all, that's what it is. Dating, you're figuring out the person. You check if the chemistry is there. You check if you gel. You check if you're compatible, and you can make a decision if you want to move on or not. Make sure to click subscribe at the bottom of this video so that you can get all the updates, or you can follow me on Facebook page, Marriage Affairs with Pastor X, or on Instagram, the same link. God bless you and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead.